and all that good stuff. A lot of guys that are in the game don't generally talk about the sex part. They get to the point where you're at sex, and then they're like, yeah, I'm done. My work here is done. But one of the things you'll discover is if you develop the skills to be really, really, really good at sex, and you know you'll be the best slave a woman's ever had, what do you think that's going to do for your confidence? Not if you think you are. If you know any woman that gets you into bed is in for the ride of her life, what's that going to do to your confidence? You're a man. Damn Skippy. What's better if you can do 2 or 3 women at the same time and give them all the ride of their lives. You are not just a man, you are Superman. Which is why we're and actually, the story behind this is a reminder given to me by a former girlfriend whom I'd had, I think I had a threesome with her. But she was astounded at how I could keep up with both of them without any problems.
Girl gave you that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, first things first. How many guys can find a clit every time? You know you can find it every time without blindfolded, hang upside down by your toes, you know, an excruciating pain. Oh, there it is. Seriously. Okay. That's like the very first earliest thing you need to learn. Where is the clit? Where is it?
Where the tops.
Yeah, but a lot of guys are like,
You know that the opening.
Yeah, specifically, it's where the labia majora, which are the lips, the large lips on the outside, meet directly underneath. If you ever want to have some fun, you just like start on the very base of one lip, go all the way up, skip over the clit, go all the way down the other side, come back up, just maybe not quite touch the clit, go back down, and keep doing that, and eventually she'll be like, lick me already! And here's the big thing. Women love to be frustrated. I know it is utterly counterintuitive for men because men hate frustration. We hate it. It's like, you know, if you do it, it's like, come on, hurry up.
Put it in your mouth, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. Guys hate frustration. So naturally we assume that women hate frustration. No, the exact opposite is true. If you get a woman to the point where she is like, oh God, please lick me already, she will love you forever. Guaranteed. It's one of those things that women love. They love to be frustrated. They love to be teased. They love to be tormented. My foreplay when I'm out with somebody starts when I meet them. It doesn't start when we're taking our clothes off. It doesn't start, you know, when we're kissing. It starts way before that. Little things. We'll be walking along and I'll reach up behind her and grab her ass. Not asking permission, not anything, you know, not like, look at me and grab your ass. Nothing clownish, just like, keep going. To act like nothing happened. And she'll probably go, and be all like, oh, what'd you do that for? And you'll be like, The trick is to do it without asking permission, without making a big deal about it, and without acknowledging it. Those are the keys. That is what differentiates a guy who is confident, strong, and secure in his sexuality against loser man. Loser man will go, and then the girl will go, see it done. I've been out wherever, and some guy will be like, she'll be like, you grabbed my ass. I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, honey, didn't you like that? You can't do that. The correct answer to all questions when someone says, oh, I can't believe you did that, you go, yeah, and? That is the correct answer for any question. Or, so what? Or, yeah. Make no big deal about it at all. Make it like an everyday occurrence and she'll accept it as such. Teasing someone in public is probably one of the hottest things you can do with a woman. When I say teasing in public, I don't just mean like, you know, a little touchy, tickle, ooh, that's all great. I'm talking more like, honey, when you come over tonight, you're going to be wearing a skirt that's slit up to your thigh, up to your hip, no panties, and the skirt has to be above your knee. I'm going to take you out to a nice restaurant. And make it a nice restaurant. Don't make it, you know, McDonald's. Don't make it a, you know, some crappy restaurant. Yeah, some with subdued lighting. And then have her sit beside you, slide your hand under her skirt, and just play with her thighs. Just like, and don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. I can't stress how important this part is. Don't talk about it at all. Just do it. And she'll be like, what are you doing? Talking about it. You really want to be mean, and women love when men are mean to them in the right way. How many times have you heard Deb call me mean? You're mean. Yeah. All the time. She says that 4 or 5 times a day, because I'll sit there and she's like, oh, you're mean. Yeah. She loved it.
Mean, cool, and
Absolutely. But in the right context, there's mean playful and there's mean destructive. You want to be mean playful, like pointing out something that's, an unfortunate whatever, that's like Jill do something wrong, and I'm like, not very bright, are you? And she's like, oh, you're so mean. I'm like, yeah. But not like, oh, you're so dumb. See, you can't say it in an actual mean-spirited way. You have to just kind of like, poke him in the shoulder. That's all it ever is. Don't ever go farther than yeah, or so, or glad you like it. There's a David D'Angelo for you. Glad you like it. And trust me, that works like a charm. Any of those. Glad you like it. Glad you noticed. Don't be jealous of my mad main skills. Whatever. I mean, whatever you want to slice up to your potato. That just works like a charm. Okay, so you're sitting here in a nice restaurant. If you want to be really, really mean, start playing with your pussy when she starts ordering her food. Seriously. She'll be like, I'd like the hamburger, and the waiter will start going like, if he's professional, he'll go, and he won't actually like say anything. If he's like a kid, he'll be like, sort of give you the what the fuck look. Yeah. Have you guys read or heard anything about the having an obstacle in the way, and that creates tension? If you know what that concept. I think it was one of David D'Angelo's things. Say you meet a girl, and there are no obstacles in your way to having sex. What do you think your odds are of actually having sex with her? If there are absolutely no obstacles whatsoever.
No.
Oh. What are obstacles? Things like you're at work, you're married.
Sound like pretty easy obstacles to me.
There's still obstacles. There's still obstacles. That's the key. But there's still obstacles. I mean, torrid romance in the office because it's forbidden. People have theirs because it's forbidden. It's an obstacle to overcome, and when you overcome an obstacle with somebody together, it's exciting. Exactly. Even if you put the obstacle in your way yourself. And I've done this so many times. Even before I knew understood what it was. Putting an obstacle is something like going out in public and playing with somebody. Teasing somebody in public. You're in public. You can't do certain things. Driving on the freeway. One hand on the steering wheel. One hand on your pussy. Just casually play. It's exciting because it's not supposed to be done. It's an obstacle. Say you have a friend of yours that really doesn't like your girlfriend. Well, what does that do? It just makes you want to bang her more. That's an obstacle. So, if you put an artificial obstacle in your way and then press up against it, it makes things much more exciting. Artificial obstacle being time constraints. Artificial obstacle. Work restraints, which can be obstacles or not, depending on how you look at it. I've used work as a restraint many a time. Oh, sorry, babe, I can't make it tonight. I got to work late. Now, my job, 8 times out of 10, it's actually that I have to work late. So I'm not really lying about it, but it does make things more interesting. Time constraints like, baby, I've only got 20 minutes. Seriously. Any sort of obstacle you can throw up, you can. It sounds stupid, but you throw an obstacle up, you press somebody against it, it makes things more exciting. Sounds a bit counterintuitive, but just try it. A good example is just to set up time constraints. Baby, I've only got, once you're into the sexual part of the relationship, go over one day and go, baby, I've only got 20 minutes. And she goes, why? You say, baby, 20 minutes. You're wasting time. Things like that. You can throw things like, I've got to go meet my family. I've got to go, family obligations are great because everyone agrees with it. Everyone understands. I've got to go hang out with my cousin who's in town. I've got to go, babysit my brother-in-law's daughter, whatever. I mean, make something up. To make sex more exciting, build an obstacle, press against it. That's a surefire to make things more interesting. Teasing is good all the time, unless you don't want to have sex. Admittedly, there are days where you're worked out and you're like, the best I can want is a blowjob, and that's, not really going to usually want to be mutually pleasuring each other. So just walk in. One thing I can say that will make you very popular with women It's actually enjoy making them happy. I don't know how many times I've heard, oh, he was only interested in his own pleasure. Oh, he was only, hey, what's that there? Oh, he was only wanting to get off. Oh, he only wanted this, only wanted that. You know? So what if you can only last 5 minutes in bed? Doesn't matter. You've got a tongue. Learn how to use it. If you can make sure that your girlfriend, lover, boyfriend, whatever, I'm not going to judge, has an orgasm every single time you're together, that's the key. If you don't know how to give an orgasm, anybody who wants a recommended reading list, I can give you $20 off the top of my head that will improve your love life dramatically. Probably the best overall partner was The Sensuous Man by M. M, they never disclose who it is. The way it was written, he was some sort of actor from the 70s. They never specified, so I have no idea. But he writes about his exploits and some of the things he did, and things that worked well and things that didn't work well. He dated a lot of women. He was a real slut. But he had some absolutely awesome advice as far as oral sex is concerned, as far as intercourse is concerned, anal sex, whatever. I mean, he'd done pretty much everything. And he was very concise and very to the point. He didn't have any morals. He didn't really care about what the moral implications of what he was doing was. He was just like, I like to please women, and this is how I do it. I use this technique, I use this technique, I use this technique, I use this for romance, I use this for passion, blah, blah, blah. It's not a very thick book, really. It's only about 150 pages, but it's 150 very solid pages. Some of the best tricks I know came out of that book.
So what are the top 3 oral sexual techniques?
Probably the most fun one is the lesbian bowling ball trick.
Awesome.
The lesbian bowling ball trick. This was taught to me by a lesbian who described it as a bowling ball trick. So it's the lesbian bowling ball trick.
That's the name.
Okay, everyone put your hand up. Close your 2 fingers on the end. Curl, make a C. Now, insert it to a pussy. 2 fingers into the second knuckle and curl as the G-spot. Thumb rubs over the clit. If you can make this motion while doing this at the same time, which with a little bit of practice you can do, your woman will love you forever, and you never have to use your mouth. Gently. Knowing what pressure to put where at what point is a really good skill to develop. G-spot is generally strong stimulation. Clit is generally light stimulation. I'm saying generally because there's someone that like, getting their clit spanked, and there are others that like to have the G-spot rubbed really gently. Finding the G-spot is very simple. Into the second knuckle and curl. If it's not there, it's either a little bit forward or a little bit back. That's it. There's another spot, there's a third spot, that unless you have very long fingers, you're probably not going to be able to find. It's called the deep spot.
Behind the cervix.
Well, it's behind the cervix. The only way I can really describe it is in as far as you can go, and when you feel the cervix, kind of go around it. But it's this kind of motion, but your fingers are going to be buried as deep as you can get it. And it takes some experimentation to find it because it's, unlike the G-spot, it can be anywhere. I've had people that have had it right behind the G-spot, and I've had people who have had it so far in, it's almost impossible to find.
But it's fun to look.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can spend hours looking, and she will never say stop. Unless she gets really dry, in which case you're doing something wrong anyway. So, while we're on the topic of wetness, lube is your friend. Specifically, lube specific to what you're trying to do is your friend. Water-based lube is good for one thing. Oil-based lube is good for other things. Water-based lube is the safest because it won't damage a condom. And any of you who are not in monogamous relationships should bloody well be using a condom. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care how it doesn't make you feel good. Whatever. There are ways around that. Use a goddamn condom. There's so much shit out there right now.
Put a little lube in the tip of the condom before you put it on your dick.
Yes. That helps a lot. Just a little tiny bit goes a long way. I like using the extra thin condoms. I have to figure out what you like the best. Feel free to experiment. A good way to do that, if you are currently not in a relationship, masturbate with a condom on, and you'll figure out which ones you like best. Feels kind of weird, but if you want to go into the realm of heavier stuff, like learning how to do fisting and read as much as you can, and try to find someone who's actually done it before you start doing stuff like that, because it's dangerous. Things like enemas that are seemingly very can be fatal if they're not done right. For example, if you do a cold water enema, you can stop someone's heart. The nerve that connects to the bowels also is connected to the heart. And if it's blocked the wrong way, it'll send a pulse back through the nerve that will actually tell the heart to stop beating. It has happened. That's why when you're in the hospital, you get a body temperature enema every single time. I've known people in the fetish community that have done cold water enemas, and every time I hear it, I just go, very dangerous. It's about as dangerous as when you tie someone up, tying rope around someone's neck when they can't stop themselves from falling. Sure, it may not go wrong, but if something does go wrong, guaranteed you're gonna fuck somebody up. Anyway, back to more fun stuff. Sexual positions. Get a Kama Sutra. If you don't already have one and you haven't already read it, buy one and read it. Illustrated one, preferably. If you put one on your coffee table, whatever you got, sit down, and when you sit down with your girl, and she sees that there, she knows that you're a man of refined taste. You're not just your typical, okay, honey, spread your legs now. 5 minutes of thrusting, and oh my God, that was great. Let's turn the TV back on. No. To show that you have something like that on your bookshelf says a lot of things about you. It says you're the kind of person that actually enjoys sex. You're the kind of person that is more sophisticated about it. Someone who actually knows what they're doing. It just says all the right things. There is nothing bad that can become out of a girl seeing the Kama Sutra on your table. Unless she's a complete prude, in which case you probably don't want to go anyway.
Way too good.
Exactly. It's almost like a filter.
Yeah.
Typically you get 1 of 3 reactions. You'll get, ooh, you got a Kama Sutra. Or you'll get, oh, what's that? Or you'll get, oh my God, you're one of those freaks? Number 3 is not a keeper. A few other good ones, Joy of Sex, and More Joy of Sex. Good encyclopedia type volumes. There's a lot of stuff there you will probably never ever want to do, but it's interesting. There's a lot of, if you ever want to see what's out there and stuff that people have done, and there's illustrations and all sorts. I'm going to give you one of my secrets. I've only told one other person in the lair this. This is every woman that can take doggy style hard like this. Have someone in front of you when you're having sex with them. And you know how everyone here has heard of the evolution phase shift? Grabbing the hair, I modified that a little bit for myself, but anyway. The same sort of idea. Only when you're having sex with someone behind them, tell them to get up on their hands as far as they can go, put your hand in their hair and pull it backwards. So you're effectively using their hair to pull yourself into them. This does a lot of things. It causes the back to go like this, which is pleasurable. It also sets up the vagina, so every time you go in, you're going to hit the G-spot every single time. You're going to scrape the G-spot every single time. Also, it gives a feeling of being out of control, which a lot of women love. Mm-hmm. They can't do anything. Oh my God, he's got me by the hair, and I have to hold myself up like this. Oh my God, I'm completely at his mercy, and this feels really fucking good. It's a very submissive position for a woman to be in. But unless the woman doesn't like having hair pulled in the first place, she will love it. Once in a while, you find a girl who you pull her hair and she goes, ow, and she doesn't like it. Very rarely. Maybe 1 out of every 15 or 20.
Wig off once. I pulled a wig off.
Oh! That's ugly!
He was embarrassed.
Yeah, you think?
You.
Damn. Anyway, yeah, that one will get you a lot of mileage.
And I'm gonna get you sucking. As much as that.
Oh yeah. I told this to one of the guys in the lair who will remain nameless, and the next time I saw me, I was like, dude, she loved it. Yeah, that's a really good one. If you take nothing away from this talk, take that one away, because your girlfriends will love you forever. One thing to be cognizant of: not all women like it that deep, that hard for very long. Some women, when they really get excited, can take a lot more. An excitation level means a lot. If someone is mildly turned on, or really heavy pounding, they're probably not going to like. If someone is extremely turned on, then they're probably going to want more and deeper and more stimulation. Now, an interesting thing with this: if you were to give somebody a spanking, for example, when they were completely not turned on, it's a completely different experience than when they're really worked up. Some women who hate spanking when they're completely not turned on at all love it when they're turned on. It's just one of those things. It's almost like it just adds that much more stimulation. something like 70 or 80% of women, the nerves of their clit extend down into their ass. So spanking the ass is actually a very erotic feeling for them, regardless, outside of all the psychological submission, big strong man taking over his knee, daddy spanking me, name your fetish. There's a lot of that goes on, especially if you're involved in the fetish community. There's a lot of daddyisms. A lot of girls that want daddy to take care of them, and daddy's a big strong man to spank them. There's a lot of that, an awful lot of that. I'd say the little girl fetish is probably the most common amongst women. But again, it depends on how much stimulus is going on, and also how hard you want to do it. I mean, for most women, when they're really aroused, a spanking about this hard, which isn't, I mean, it's a little bit, but it's not a lot. It's just enough that it's stinging the flesh a little bit. You're not aiming to spank them out the door. You're not going to spank them so hard they're going to fly off and go out somewhere. You want to spank them hard enough that you see the flesh move, and that's it. I've known people, and I knew it myself, where you can spank somebody hard enough you actually see a wave of flesh go up their entire body right to their head. That's hard. That's really fucking hard. And if you're doing that, they're either a pain slut or they're passed out already. When it comes to really getting somebody excited, the longer, the better. I'm not talking about cock size. The longer you take to turn a girl on, the more she's going to like it when you start actually doing stuff. It takes a long time. I'm not just talking about an hour or 2 hours. Do a day's worth. You want a girl to rip your clothes off when you get home? Have her come to your house. Hang out for 5 minutes as you get ready. Give her, just grab her head, give her the deepest, most passionate, awesome kiss you can do. Then let her go, turn around and say, let's go, and take off for a day doing stuff. Every so often, tease her a little bit, pull her up close to you and press her up against the wall and kiss her. Turn around and walk away.
Snap her bra. Snap her bra.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Try it.
I'd rather not.
Okay.
I'm more like, the way my style would be, getting her somewhere really quietly, going, take your bra off, and then you say, take your bra, stuff in your pocket, and say, we'll get it back when you're good, and walk off. And then her nipples are, portrayed to the world because it's another one of those social pressure things. Oh my God, my bra's off. People are going to see my nipples, and you're like, so? I like looking at your nipples, so. And away you go. The other nice thing about that is, whenever you see her nipples are not hard, come up to her and tease her a little bit and make them hard again. If you can keep her nipples hard for a day, by the time you get back home, you won't have clothes. She'll just shred them off you, and if she's big enough, she'll just tear them off you and be like, fuck me now. And if you really want to be mean, that's when you go, nah, I'm not in the mood, I got a headache. At that point she leaves you, because women like being frustrated, but only so frustrated. There comes a point, and you'll know when you've crossed it. Women have this tendency to be able to get really turned on and really turned on and really turned on, but if you cross that magical barrier, it just vanishes. It gets converted into hurt and frustration and pain and all this bad stuff, and it doesn't work. The trick is to do it slowly over a long period of time. Caressing her ass every so often when you're in public, teasing her, saying, come here, and she's like, what? And you grab her shirt. That's a common theme. Do something, turn around, walk away. Something that knocks her off balance, turn around and walk away. Not physically knocks her off balance. Something like, turn around, back turn, and walk away. Hey! And, she'll have that momentary, wow, that was a great kiss. Why is he walking away? Think of Captain Jack. Mm-hmm. And if you get that reaction, perfect. That's exactly what you're aiming for. I'm sure you can come up with your own ways of doing this. My favorite ways are just, sort of teasing and playing all day, touching somebody in the car, not necessarily having them give you a blowjob or anything, just playful, teasing. Even just suggesting things. Like driving along and say, hey, see the trucker? You should fly. I really appreciate that. Even if she doesn't do it, you've got her brain thinking that way. It's very easy to lead someone's brain somewhere if you know which buttons to push.
Come on in.
But just saying stuff like that can be enough that it's another, what a hot suggestion. Probably the most powerful technique you can do is this very simple phrase. What are your fantasies? Just ask. What are your fantasies? And you might say, oh, I don't know you well enough for that. It's like, okay, well, why did you tell me? You tell me. Once a woman is willing to tell you her fantasies, then it is your responsibility, it is your moral imperative to make as many of them come true as you can. Plus it's like donkeys and, you know. Donkeys not so much, but anything that's within the bounds of legality, you know, if she's something like, oh, I've always had this fantasy of being on a beach at sunrise, making love, whatever. Make it happen. Somehow. Don't get caught. You can tell her something about yourself that's really, if you can tell her something about yourself that's really wild, she'll probably open up something. Like, I mean, when I talk about stuff that I've done, it's like, well, there was a time, you know, I had those 3 girls, and I tied 2 of them up and had the 3rd one spank them while I was watching, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I've done a lot of weird stuff. And then they're like, oh, that's not nearly as wild as mine. Well, tell me yours. I find it interesting. I'd love to hear it. And then rape is a very common fantasy. Ravishment is a very common fantasy. Not rape, ravishment. What's the difference? Not much. One's consensual and one's not. When I say ravishment, I'm not talking about being pretty physically, you know, slapping the face and stuff like that. But women, most women like the idea of being taken really hard. Not like, you know, bitch, bang your head against the wall and, you know, being all abusive. But things like pushing her up against the wall, again, grabbing her ass, and generally being that caveman-y, you know, I'm going to take you, you know, I'm going to take my woman, you know, but without being abusive about it. Pushing her up against the wall face first, pulling her pants down, you know, having her hands behind her back and having sex with her like that is a very powerful thing. It's not abusive because you're not hurting her actually, but it's a very powerfully dominant way of doing it. Women respond to dominant men. Women really respond to dominant men. Not dominant, let me make a distinction here. Dominant, not domineering. Do you guys know what the difference is inherently? Dominant and domineering?
Tell us.
Fine.
Okay. A dominant man will always get what he wants because he states what he wants in no uncertain terms and is established himself in a position of power where he's always going to get it. A domineering man gets what he wants by intimidation, cajoling, manipulation, and all the negative stuff. Basically, a domineering guy would be like, it'd be probably say something like, why haven't you got me a beer yet, bitch? Why haven't you got this done? Why haven't you got that done? It's framed in a negative way. It's framed in a, I'm the guy, and because I'm the guy, I'm in control, and you should do what I say because I'm the guy. As opposed to a dominant man who has established that he's dominant because he's dominant. It's not because he's domineering. It's not because he's aggressive or forceful or anything. He just is. He establishes it by showing that he's a dominant person, by not taking shit from other people, by being the person he is and sticking up for what he believes in, by not compromising on things that he believes in deeply. You know, if a woman says something that you don't agree with, say so. That's what dominant men do. Say someone said, hey, what do you think of that movie? And you didn't like it? Just say, I didn't really like it. Say, well, because I don't like this. Always back up what you say, but don't be afraid to disagree with the woman that you're with. That's a huge dominant trait. If you meet a bunch of men who are alphas, they don't care what other people think about their opinions. That's who they are. But they aren't obnoxious about it either. They aren't going to be like, well, you know, I hated it, you should hate it too, or else you're some sort of fucking moron. That's domineering. It's belittling others' opinions to try to pump yourself up. Whereas a dominant man would simply be, oh, I didn't like it. I respect your opinion. But that's probably the best point of all. A dominant man respects his women. A domineering man does not. A woman is a piece of meat to a domineering man. A woman is a human being to a dominant. Keep your mind framed on that. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I've heard of in the game that talks about women, I don't agree with a lot of it because it turns women into automatons or into something they're not. And it's kind of disrespectful. Some of it, not so much. Some of it's really good. Some of the people I heard, like some of the Ross Jeffries stuff, I was just like, wow, this guy's got issues. Because it's not respectful. It's not. One thing to project your value, who you are, project your inner being to like that. It's something else to fuck with their brain to make them like you. I'm not even getting the morality of it. Dominant men do not need to fuck with anyone's head. Now, in the realm of dominance and submission, most women, probably 95%, like to be dominated in bed, if nowhere else. A lot of women insist on being equals. Great. When you're out in public, great, dandy, that's awesome. That's the norm these days. Some like to be submissive when you're out and about. That's great too. Understand where they're coming from. But in the bedroom, I have only ever met maybe 2 women in my life that have actually didn't want to be submissive in bed. Which kind of a problem. I don't really be submissive in bed either, but it's not here nor there. Questions so far? On dominant, the whole dominant submissive thing? Did I make a good distinction between dominant and domineering?
Yeah.
I want to make sure you guys understand that because it's critically important. Another interesting thing you'll notice about dominant and domineering men never have strong women. Ever. Because strong women don't take it. If a guy's domineering, she'll be like, fuck you, asshole. All they ever get are the people who don't have enough self-esteem to stand up for themselves. If you go to a fetish club, you'll see this a lot. Okay, let's talk about some very specific techniques. So, we've all done, actually, we'll recap the bowling ball because that's just a great technique. Okay, roll the bowling ball. Put your hand up like this, like a 5. Curl the 2 end fingers, make a C. Insert. 2 fingers up to the second knuckle and curl. Do this with these fingers. Rub the tip of the thumb. Gently with the thumb, strong with the fingers. Don't mess that up, because that's a real good way to make your woman hate you. Like, oh baby, you love it hard on your clit. She's like, oh my God! Think about this. Would you like her to take your head and go like that? No, you probably wouldn't. So if you think of a woman's clit the same way you think of your own cockhead, they're about the same sensitivity. So things that you wouldn't like done to your cockhead, don't do to her clit. Now that I've said that, let's talk about vaginal spanking. This is something a lot of women really dig once they're excited. Gently. This is not someone's ass. This is the most sensitive point on a woman's body. If you gently spank them, a lot of women really, really enjoy that. Gently. Once more. Gently. Very gently. Like just a light. Just because it stimulates the entire outer vagina all at once, it's a lot of stimulation. If you do it just right, though, it'll be just one more step on the long road. After that, you can start getting into the licking and teasing. Let me give you a really great oral technique. First of all, let me ask you this. Can anyone name like the top 5 non-obvious erogenous points on a woman's body? Just try anything. Neck? Yep.
Set of thighs.
Small of the back is one.
Under the arm.
Joints, actually. Anywhere there's a joint, wrists, here, not so much under the arms because most folks too much.
You still were touching.
But there are certain parts of a woman's body that are extremely sensitive. Next one of them. Small of the back is another one. Wrists is really good. Ears are good. Feet. I know it sounds a little counterintuitive. And again, this is one of those off-on things. Women either love it or they hate it. Toe sucking. If a woman likes getting her feet massaged, she will love getting her toes sucked. It'll be the biggest turn on she's ever had. A really great technique that's in that's the sensuous man. Start with the smallest toe on the left foot. Pluck it, tease it, caress it. Move to the next one. Into the next one. The next one, you get to the big toe. Then you go down the instep of the foot to the ankle. Stop at the ankle. Go up the back of the leg. Stop at the joint. Stop right back here. Slowly start working up the inner thighs. Very slowly, very gently. Stop just outside the pussy. Jump over the pussy, and do the exact opposite down the other end. By the time you get to the pinky toe on the other side, she'll be grabbing your head going, why aren't you eating yet? Seriously, and that will dispel any doubts she had about you being the kind of guy that's like, okay, baby, let's just get it on, this commercial on. Now, when I say commercial sex, I'm talking about, hey, honey, this commercial on. Yeah, you know how many people have actually, I mean, in all seriousness, have told me that. Oh yeah, my house when we do commercial sex. I'm like, what's that? Well, it's commercial, honey, let's go. I'm like, you're kidding, right? No. Well, I'm never getting married again. I don't ever fall right that deep. That's just, damn. Yeah, teasing is good. Sort of an opposite one to that is to start with the little finger, do the fingers, come up the arm, cut across, go around the breast 3 times, slowly getting closer, stop the nipple, other side, do the opposite all the way down. If you did both of those and a woman still wasn't turned on, she's dead. I mean, there's just no way. or she's fallen asleep. Either way is not a good time. That's the other thing is if you know you're doing it right because you'll see physiological changes going through your body. You'll notice increased breathing. Listen carefully. Listening when you're doing something like this is probably the most important skill to have. If you can listen and you start to hear her breathing increase, she doesn't have to say anything. Say, oh, that's good. She doesn't have to say, oh, baby, harder, or look to the left, look to the right. But if she's smart, she probably will. Listen. When you'll want to, put your hand on her chest and feel her heart rate. Watch her breathing if you don't have very good hearing. When you hear her gasp, do it again. So simple.
You know, to put your hand on your stomach to feel the breathing after that.
That's great. That's great. Anything you do that makes her gasp, moan, take in her breath, anything, memorize it. Put it in your brain. Next time you're doing something, do it again. Try and find a better, tweak it. Try to find a better way of doing it. Some women get sensitive at different times of the month. Great. Learn the pattern. Doesn't take very long. Just the key is to take a long time. If you want to put it in mysteries terms, you want her to chase you. Once you get to the point where you are kissing and you're getting sexual excitation, she needs to lead the rest of the way. Make her lead. Make her want you to go to the next level. This is how you avoid LMR completely. Make her want you to go there. Once it's in her brain that she wants you to go there, there's no more resistance. If you have to kiss her and tease her and suck on her tits for 4 hours to get her there, do it. That way you don't worry about any weird-ass LMR stuff or any worry about anything, what technique do I use now, how do I do this, I don't get it, I personally have never experienced LMR. I didn't know what it was until someone told me. I'm like, resistance? What's that? Sex is not something to be enjoyed in 5-minute intervals. Sex is something to be enjoyed for hours at a time. And it's not all about intercourse either. It's about enjoying each other's bodies. It really is about enjoying each other's bodies. Taking your time, doing it right. If it takes you an hour to get her worked up, take an hour to get her worked up. The first time it'll take an hour. The second time it'll take 15 minutes. That's another interesting thing to know about women. The very first time you're with them, it takes usually, it takes a lot longer to get them worked up than after you've been with them for a while. I mean now, with girls I dated longer than, say, a month, I could look at them and they could turn off. Whatever signal you've got that you both have worked out. A really good one is just staring at them. Stare at them and think about fucking them. Don't say anything. Don't move your body. Don't. Just let your face naturally do what it does when you think about that. And she'll look at you and she'll go like, I'm smiling, and she'll be like, what? I'm like, oh. And it's amazing how well that works. The key is just to look at the person and imagine fucking their brains out. In all the lurid graphic detail that our wonderful male minds can come up with. But, I'm thinking about fucking your brains out right now, look. And if you're already into the sexual part of the relationship, she'll catch on. She'll sense it in whatever way. Unless she's completely clueless. Not many women are. Questions right now? I've heard of it, but I've never actually encountered one. Some women really like anal sex for that reason. Yes, that's something else we should cover. Anal sex is way different than vaginal sex. First of all, you need a lot of lube. Regardless of what you may have seen in porno or whatever, guys don't take their dicks and just jam them into a woman's ass. It doesn't work like that. You can do it, but you're going to hurt, and you're going to hurt in ways you ain't never heard of before. Lube is your friend. Specifically, yeah. There are just a few things you really need to know about anal sex when you're going to do it. The first one is lube. God damn it. Don't use vaginal lube because it doesn't last long enough. You want to use a good silicone-based lube, KY being the most commonly used one. I prefer this stuff called wet. Wet silicone goes a long way. Like one tiny drop will last you for hours. It's the greatest thing. That's the problem. Silicone-based lube breaks condoms.
Yeah.
If you're going to do, if you're doing anal sex with a condom, you're going to have to use a water-based lube, which means you're going to have to redo it every 10-20 minutes. Oh, for most of you guys, 10, 20 minutes is... anyway, but, seriously though, when it comes to anal sex, ignore everything you've seen in porno. It's completely wrong. What they don't tell you is that before the women do anal sex scenes, they douche and lube their asses. For that very reason. Because it tears people up. It actually hurts a lot. If you do it without lubrication, it can hurt them and it can hurt you a lot. So just don't. Not gonna. And the other thing is, once you're done having anal sex, either wash your cock or take the condom off, or better yet, do both. Because, yeah, fecal matter does not belong in the pussy, or in your cock for that matter.
Do you make them?
Yes. Okay. Shower, clean your ass out, whatever. I mean, if I think we're gonna do that, then yeah. And anal sex is not something you want to go, hey, maybe let's try this. What? And then, yeah. Anal sex takes preparation, especially if you're even remotely big. Seriously, even below average men have a hard time with anal sex sometimes because it's just someone relaxed enough to let's do it the first time. And once you have the person relaxed, it can be very. Sphincter muscles are a lot stronger than the vaginal muscles, so one of the reasons some guys really like it is a much tighter clench. But you do have to be very careful with it. The ass is a very sensitive area, both socially and physically. Now, any questions so far?
Loosening them up and getting them,
Gosh. But that's good overall. That's good overall.
I found if you start them on their side, on the side, and put them while they're on their side with their legs.
No matter what, the first time you have anal sex with someone, unless they're really, really used to it, it's going to be hard.
Sure.
Just talking, relaxing, okay, baby, I'm going to slide in gently, relax, take a deep breath, breathe with me. Breathe with you is great. If you really want someone to relax, one of the things I do if I'm with somebody who's really uptight, I'll give them a massage and I'll pull them against me. I'll have their back pressed against my chest and I'll be like, okay, breathe with me, ready? Inhale. 5 times, and it's amazing just watching it. For most women, it's like, hey, want a massage? Yeah!
No, I mean for the anal
preparation. Generally, I'll use a finger first to see if they're going to actually. It's not worth pushing for.
No. I find that if you shower together, that often works.
Well, it's mainly a mental thing. You have to get them to actually really difficult.
Sure.
Some people are just. Yeah, some people are just so anal about it that they can't relax. It's a little bit cold up there, and I'm clearly made of diamonds. People are really upset. And some people just won't ever like it. That's the other thing you have to accept. It's not everybody likes it. Some people, they'll be like, oh, I don't like this, and then the first time you actually see it, they're like, wow, I feel fantastic! Woo! And other people are like, There's very little middle ground when it comes to anal sex. There are whole books written on it. Whole books are all about relaxing someone getting into anal sex. Okay, we talked about the girl's pleasure. What about yours?
Wait, before you go away from the girls, do you have any...
Vagina, when you're in. Back almost all the way out and ramming back in as hard as you can. And doing that fast. Like that pace. Get somebody really excited first. This is not something you can do, oh, you're a little bit wet, okay, let's go. When they're really excited, you spend a long time warming them up, things, say, hey, baby, you want to try this? I'm going to get you really excited. And if anything will induce it, this will. Not everybody can. But basically, you're going to insert inside and curl up and press really hard as you're doing this motion, during the slap as you're doing it.
Clip your fingernails first?
Yes.
Good answer.
Yes. Or wear gloves. I buy my gloves in lots of 100 because doing stuff with people I don't know is gloves. Not necessarily sexual stuff, but when I do kink stuff with people, if I'm going to be, I always wear gloves because it's safe. But yeah, and if you're going to do that, a little bit of lube helps on the gloves. And just really hard, really fast. And if they're excited enough, they can actually go over the edge. Make sure you've got a towel down or something, because some people are like, neither! Yes. I've had one or two where, she'd have an orgasm and 2 towels weren't enough to stop from going to bed. And I keep looking at her like, drop like a gallon. What? You should be showing up now. Yeah, exactly. It's like, seriously, it's like she squirts and you're like, where did that come from? You expect her to start doing one of those collapse, you see in sci-fi shows where someone gets all dehydrated.
Like an X-Men when the guy dies, the fish guy dies.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for the women's side. Now let's talk about ways that you can help yourself. And I'm not talking about a 5-finger discount. First of all, you should all go out and buy a book that's called The Multiple Orgasmic Man. I'm going to nutshell it for you. But I can't give you all the techniques. Yeah. Ha ha. Okay. First of all, you have to develop the muscles in order to be able to have multiple orgasms as a guy. Guys are not built with these kind of muscles. They have to be built up over time. Just the same way you can't bench press 400 pounds when you first get under a barbell, you can't have multiple orgasms either unless you, for some freak of nature, you've already got those muscles developed, which is very... How do you do it? Every time you go to the bathroom, take a piss, stop. Stop. Start being, stop. Start being, stop. Start being, stop. Start being, stop. Do it 4 or 5 times every time you do it. In fact, it's a lot harder than you think. But those are the muscles that are required to have multiple orgasms. If they aren't in really good shape, it's not, you can't do it. Now, what it specifically is, it's a non-ejaculatory orgasm. It requires a fair bit of concentration, but if you're the kind of guy who generally comes fairly quickly, it will make you the hit with lines a night. And if you only last 5 minutes between comes, who cares? It's still an hour. You know, you're still going for an hour, which is more than most women can take anyway. That's another myth. Women can go a lot longer than men. Women generally wear out for about half an hour to 45 minutes. Generally speaking. There are exceptions. You will always find some girl who can be like, who could take on the football team and still be like, all right, let's go for the next football team. You know, there are women like that in the world. Not many. The vast majority of women I've known, which is, were, 45 minutes, hour tops. And then they're like, oh, my leg's getting tired, my arm's getting tired. Really sore, it's very common. People just weren't built to have sex for longer than an hour. They weren't. They weren't designed for that. And it's only when you get a weird genetic aberration that things can actually go longer than that. You see the porn stars having sex for hours and hours. They aren't having sex for hours and hours. They're having sex for half an hour. And then they're coming the next day. And then they shoot again. And they're, I mean, really, when you see the guys who are like, oh, I had 4 orgasms today, it's like, yeah, you had 1 today and 1 for that. It's just physically impossible to have ejaculatory orgasms more than 2 or 3 a day. I had an experience once when I was in college that I had 5 orgasms in the same day. The first 2 were ejaculatory, the 3rd one was, the 4th one was dry as hell, and the 5th one just hurt.
Yeah.
The muscles are just not designed to do that. It's like if you bench press your maximum, you can do it once, twice, okay, 3 times you're hurting, the 4th time your body's just going like, stop that! It's the same thing. Only the problem with ejaculation is it's how's it called? It's an involuntary muscle. You can't control it. Once the process starts, you can't stop it. Try it sometime. I know you don't want to because it sounds too bad. It's not an orgasm. But seriously, once you start having an orgasm, you can't stop yourself. It can't be done. You have no control over that part of your body for that instance. Now, when you do a multiple orgasm, which is a dry orgasm, what you're doing is you're pulling the same muscles tight that you would when you were stopping yourself going to the bathroom. And what that does is it blocks the flow of semen out of your cock. Now, the practical upshot of this is, because you don't actually ejaculate anything, you don't get that feeling of, oh my God, I'm so spent. You get this great sort of, wow, that felt really cool. It's not as strong as an ejaculatory orgasm. I'll give you that right now. You know what? If you can have 4 or 5 of those before you have the main event, God bless you.
Also, your load's a lot bigger.
Well, there's more. It'll be more intense when you finally have your final orgasm.
In terms of volume.
I don't know. I've never experienced any really bigger volume, but it's certainly been more intense. The other thing is, you really want to freak your girlfriend out? Have her give you a blowjob and don't have an ejaculation. Seriously. She'll be like, what the hell just happened?
I can't have an ejaculation off of a blowjob.
Well, you can pull that.
I swear to,
Anyway, no, I'm serious. Seriously, if you want to show a woman how much control you've got, tell her to give you a blowjob and then don't ejaculate. Like, actually have an orgasm and she'll feel it and she'll know it. She'll like, why didn't you come? It's like, I'm just exactly Superman. I'm Superman, bitch. Yeah, but seriously, it's a great. If she thought you were the man before, after you do that, you're the man forever.
Just redefine the definition of...
She will go and tell all her friends, oh my God, I assisted this guy, and I gave him a blowjob and he came, but he didn't ejaculate! Have you ever heard that before? And they're like, no, what the hell?
He said I didn't earn it.
Yeah, absolutely. I've used that before. Don't laugh.
That's a very powerful thing.
Absolutely it is.
I would call my ejaculators that way. Well, I'll never have
That's a very good point. Yes, playing the game you haven't earned it, that's a very powerful thing. If you mean it. I mean it. Because if you're just being all, you haven't earned it, look at this fun game we're playing. Yes, you have to have control. And actually learning how to have multiple orgasms is a great way to develop control. Once you realize that you have control over your body and you have control over your cock, because most guys don't. Most guys are like, oh, this is so exciting, oh, I'm done. Seriously. The average man ejaculates in 5 to 10 minutes during intercourse. The average woman takes half an hour. That doesn't bode very well for women. So if you can show them that you can actually go long or longer than they can, you're the man. My favorite words to hear when I'm having sex with a woman is, I'm sorry, I can't go any farther. What could make you feel better? Oh, baby, you have to stop. Why? You're wearing me out. Oh, darn. I hate when that happens. One thing, though. Women who really get into you will want to make you happy. So you have to give them something. Even if you're not going to have a full orgasm, which, stress can stop that, not enough sleep. There's a lot of things that can interfere with that. Give them something. Tell them, like, wow, this is fantastic. I'm just really tired. Afterwards, that would be fantastic. Let them please you. And let them please you in a way that is selfless for them. If you can't have an orgasm for whatever reason that night, just say, okay, baby, then why don't you just give me this off? That way you get to please her, she gets to please you, everybody's happy. Can't stress enough how important it is for women that love you to please you. They want to make you happy. If you having an orgasm is just their validation, that's how they know they've made you happy. And if you don't, they're going to question themselves. You have to make them know that it's not their fault. I mean, I'm one of those guys that takes a long time to have an orgasm. It's no big deal. I've been this my whole life. When I have sex with a girl and she doesn't last long enough, it's not her fault. I've had dozens of lovers that didn't last long enough. It's no big deal. And I have to make sure I communicate that. If I don't communicate that, they get all, what did I do wrong? It's my fault, and then this whole downward spiral.
They start crying.
Yeah. The whole downward spiral starts, and that's just bad. But give them something. Massage me, rub my foot, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. Here's your rubber glove, take my prostate. Yeah, whatever. I mean, whatever you can do. Yeah, exactly. Here's the lube, here's the glove. I just so happen to have my donkey over here. Any questions about that, multiple orgasms for guys? I know it sounds a little weird. There's one more thing I can teach you about that. Until you get to the point where you can actually do it, there's this thing called $1 million spot. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before. $1 million spot. It's in the taint. What's the taint? Anybody know what the taint is? Part between your balls and your ass. Yeah, taint the ass, taint your balls. Yeah, if you look at physiology.
Selenium?
Yes. If you look at physiology, the vas deferens, which is where the semen comes through, actually goes right to the surface just below your balls and then goes up into your cock and away it goes. If you press against that when you have an orgasm, you will have a non-ejaculative orgasm. Hard. You have to press good on it because you're trying to pinch it off. It's going to feel weird, but if you do this when you're masturbating, you'll get used to what it's supposed to feel like when you do it when you're having sex. It's one of the techniques they teach me, most big guys do, man. On your back.
On your back?
On your back.
When you're fucking.
Oh, they don't. You won't do it. You can't do it.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
No, it's only you only do it when you're masturbating to train yourself what it feels like when you're having sex.
I was trying to picture that when you're fucking.
Yeah. I've discovered that if I have a non-ejaculatory orgasm, it takes me maybe 10 minutes to get back to the point where I have another orgasm. I don't know what it's like for the men. I just have no clue. I don't know many men who actually know this technique, so I can't. And plus, how do you bring up a conversation? Hey, how about those non-ejaculatory orgasms, man? Hey, wow, aren't they fantastic? My girlfriend's also. I mean, really. It's not something that comes up in casual conversation. Sort of like, hey, how about that donkey? It's just not something you come up normally.
It doesn't come up.
Yeah, I miss my donkey. Any questions about that?
And I have any question? Because I actually
trying to ultimately work in PC muscle.
Okay.
Body. They do the same thing.
Okay.
But
I was reading through certain ones, I was like, I'm not sure which one they're talking about.
Yeah, I think The PC muscle is actually a little bit behind the taint. I don't know exactly where it is to tell you. It's somewhere back there, but it actually stops the flow before the taint.
Okay.
Male or female?
No, I mean, you
In front of it, the PC muscles is the cable for men.
Right.
Yeah.
Decide when you stop peeing, like if you're driving or something like that?
But you don't get the same sensation.
Really?
I mean, when you're peeing,
It up and it's strong.
well, here's the thing: when you are not peeing, it's automatically engaged to pinch off the flow of urine.
Oh, okay.
So the only way to really feel it is to actually let it go and then pinch it off again. Let it go, pinch it off, let it go, pinch it off, let it go.
Tantra, which is breathing, does talk about exactly what you're talking about. So it does work.
Okay.
Exactly the same way.
That's
I think it's just hard to feel it when you're not actively using it. I think that one of the reasons they want you to start do it while you're urinating is
because then you'll know that it's
feel it.
working. But when once you learn what it feels like and you're doing it when you're driving or what have you, it's exactly the same
sure.
thing.
You can do the same thing. You can do your 10-second stoplight thing or, whatever it is women do. I mean,
You didn't take
keeping a pussy muscle tight, not my specialty. Not my problem.
You want to make them with
There is such a thing as too tight. Yeah. Too tight is when you have to go back to the lube every 2 minutes, and that's no fun for anyone.
Fucker once is you can't fuck her again. I hate that shit.
Anyway, any other questions? Personal problems?
Yeah, I have a friend who's got a problem.
No, it's my friend. He's got this problem. Sure, so if you've got any questions, anything you ever wanted to know about sex, now would be the time to ask. So you're in an environment where you're not going to get ridiculed.
Talk about stacking.
Oh, yeah. That's tricky because it's different for every woman. Stacking? Sure, stacking is. Stacking is essentially multiple orgasms. You want to keep a woman going like this. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with the concept the way that it's described. Was it in the game we were talking about stacking?
I'm talking about it as a hypnosis technique as a game.
Oh,
it's not really a
technique to
hypnosis.
say. Stacking, the way I understand it, is simply getting a woman to the point where she will. Well, let me tell you what I've learned about that. Every woman has a base plateau where they have an orgasm, and you can ride her up to that point and toss her up the cliff of orgasm and she'll have an orgasm. Great, wonderful. But if you bring her up to the point where she almost has an orgasm and you stop and let her cool down for a little bit, and then start stimulating her again, you will actually pass the point where she would have had an orgasm last time and a new plateau is established. So you go up for a little bit and you get almost there, not quite, and stop. And go up a little bit, almost there again, and stop. And every time you do that, it gets higher and higher and higher. It takes more and more stimulation to get over the edge. Until you get to the point where you bounce off the ceiling, where it's the absolute max as far as you can go. Then you get up, you can do this, typically I've found 5 or 6 times as far as most women can go. But you get up there, a little higher, a little higher, a little higher, a little higher, and you'll know because you'll do it one more time and you'll come down a little bit, you'll try to go farther and she'll almost come again and you'll stop and go, oh, okay, we're at the limit now. At which point you want to hold her at the limit as long as you can. Do this by a combination of teasing, touching, playing. You generally can't do this during intercourse because you don't have the fine control required. This is generally an oral sex technique, generally speaking. So you're going to tease her, slow down, speed up, slow down, back off, kiss her a little bit, suck her in the nipples, go back, tease her again, a little bit more, a little more, a little more. The whole point is to get her right to the edge of orgasm where she's like, she's all tense up, she's all ready to go, and then stop. Her first reaction is usually, oh, please, no, don't stop. And you just say, okay, baby, just relax for a minute. I'm going to take you on a ride like you've never had before. And then you bring up a little bit more. And then down a little bit, up a little more, down a little bit, up a little more. And this can take an hour. Take longer if you want to stretch it out and be a mean bastard. And then when you finally get her up to, here's the kicker. This is the key to the whole system. When you get her right near the edge of orgasm at the very last time you're going to do it, keep her there, and just when she thinks she's going to go nuts from all the pleasure and insane passion you're putting in, drive her over the edge like a Mack truck. Just hit her with everything you've got. Do like if you know what a shocker is? A shocker is putting your pinky in her ass while you're doing 2 fingers in her pussy. Give her a shocker and suck her clit really hard and pinch her nipple all at the same time. Just anyway, give her as much stimulation as you can all at once when you're throwing over the edge at the very end. And don't stop. drive her through it like you're just... Drive her through it like a truck. Until she finally goes, oh my God, I can't take it anymore, don't touch me. Then you stop. Which could happen instantly as soon as she starts to come, or it could take,
3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a phone call from the neighbors.
Yes. Yes. Make sure your walls are well soundproof. It is not uncommon. You gotta understand, this level of orgasm is often uncontrollable by the woman. She will just be flailing, her body will be flexed, she'll be screaming, her entire brain is screaming out in passion, all at once. Her whole body's on fire.
Bleed.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's another thing. If the woman's tied down to the bed, it actually makes it even more intense. In all seriousness, I did this all the time when people I was playing with that were my submissives. I would tease them and tease them and tease them. And when they finally had an orgasm, I would have like their ass off the bed, arched on their back, and I'd be sitting there going, oh, okay. You know.
How you doing?
Yeah, exactly. And then my personal favorite, this one girl I played with a while back, when she had her orgasm, she stopped breathing. She went, and she was actually too constricted to the throat to scream. She was so intense. I was sitting there going, is she actually breathing?
She's turning blue.
Well, she had like a 30-second orgasm, and then when she finally came out, she was like, and I'm like, and that's when I went,
That's like
I'm just
self-autoerotic.
Sort of.
Sophisticated.
And I was like,
Can't say it.
I'm disappointed. You didn't scream for me. Fuck you! That was great.
Can you talk about S&M a little bit? How to break a girl into that, and what techniques, some light stuff that...
I can give you the best line ever to figure out if you're kinky.
All right.
Don't make me come over there and spank you. There are only 3 reactions to this. One is, oh, kinky, huh? That's the one you're looking for. The second one is, what? And the third one is, yeah. You don't want number 3 or number 2. Well, number 2 maybe. You might be able to convert to number 2, but number 3, don't bother. I've actually worked that into my conversations when I'm in mainstream. It's one of the ways I found how people are kinky in the mainstream. I'll have a conversation with someone else, say something I don't like, you'll thank your nutty ass, or variation thereof. And that one of 3 reactions. I'd say about 4 times out of 10 I get the,
The knowing smile.
yeah, the, yeah. It's another one of those subtle communication things that women are still. It takes a lot of training to get a guy as good at subtle communication. It does, dude.
Yeah.
I still suck at it. I've been trying for a year now to get this shit down.
A whole year.
A whole year, yeah. But that's because when you're in the fetish community, you don't have to be subtle. No, seriously, in the fetish community, you can walk up to someone and go, it's a really nice outfit. I think you should lay it over my lap. Like that. That's all it takes. If you've got your body posture, your head space, and everything else correct. Or I think it would be a really good idea if, you've got a really nice ass, I think it would look right over my lap. Now, of course, it took me several years to get to the point where I could say it confidently and come across as I'm supposed to, as opposed to being, whatever I was doing before.
What about
anyways, we can get into that. Since we're going to move into the S&M portion of the film, if anybody is really not interested in it, now would be the time to go, because I'm going to break out toys now.
Go into the other room?
In the other room.
The master takes control.